Okay, let's go forward. Let's see what the cards have to say today. We're going to do an open read and which cards to use today? I think we'll do these. We haven't used these for a while. Kind of a more soft deck, positive deck. Let's look and see what it says here. I'll pull the 18 cards and then we'll see if we can figure the reading out together. I'll give these a good ruffle shuffle first. Okay. Take it. Yeah, pull two there. Let's see what's driving the reading, where things are going, the Chariot, where things are moving to when it comes to justice, and the insanity at hand. Okay. The actions being done, the control of power. So the reading's about strength. Strength of what's being built. Strength of what's being built when it comes to the desires. Okay, the desires so what are the desires? What's the strength of that? What's being built? Energy coming into it is about the struggle. The struggle, strengthening the struggle. When it comes to a new action, what they're building, a new action taking place, because of the concern, a lot of concern. Now the desires could be what he's trying to sell, but it also could be the concern that people are having with it going forward with justice. So what's happening today, we have things being worked on. What's coming together, what's being worked on when it comes just to this feeling of I think this is the feeling of people just thinking nothing is happening, okay, or just this disgusted feeling. And so something new, what's going to be flowering when it comes to this concern about what's being worked on. And this feeling perhaps that people feel not enough is being done. So the challenge is this burden that's being carried when it comes to the actions. The lid off about when it comes to more compassion, seeing what's there as well. The divine feminine and what's going to take place for the long term. Potential outcome is light being shed, light coming in. There's more action taking place in the fight going forward, more activity when it comes to seeing what's there, and new messages coming out, concrete messages, extra information about what's been overturned when it seems like things are not moving or being seen from the different view. The message, more messages coming out. Is this the message of truth, spirituality, or is it more lies and drama, fishtails? Okay. When it comes to tempering, bringing balance. Okay. So let's see what we have. Light on the things that are overturned. More this fight, action taking place when it comes to more messages coming out, and a message about more temperance, okay? Bringing things more to balance. So if let's dissect it, reading, again, it's being fueled by what's moving when it comes to justice and the insanity controlling the power, okay? And defending, 7 of Wands, putting up resistance, defending, and moving forward to a better direction. When it comes to Trumpenstein's manipulations, okay? So, that being said, let's come up here, the 4 corners. We have strengthening the light when it comes to more messages coming out about the desires. At the center of it, just this ambivalent, this feeling of wanting a new action and more things coming out. The lid is off, looking at it, what's being worked on when it comes to what's flowering, a new cup. And it feels like people are feeling like not enough is happening because they've got a lot of concern and ambivalent when it comes to all of the things that are being carried, the difficulties with it now, and the fight, and just wanting something for the long term. So it's like people are in this state of, that I hear them, oh, nothing's happening, he gets away with everything, and all of that type of drama. So when it comes to new action, what's being built, again, people, that ambivalence, the fight, and the difficulty when it comes to the concern, the strength of what's flowering now, and the desires that are being worked on with the action. So when it comes to the lid is off, seeing what's there, there's that ambivalence about things actually moving forward, being fought for. When it comes to the burden of the long term, what's being worked on, there are messages coming out, and what's flowering is more light coming into the situation to be seen. So it just feels like this reading is about the people and just feeling like not enough is happening, not enough is being done, etc. Although things are being worked on and there are new actions taking place, it just feels like the people aren't feeling like they're seeing enough actual things taking place, although the courts are absolutely giving pushback at every turn. So let's go do the clarifying read and see if it's going to bring a little more light into what's taking place when it comes to all of this. Okay, so what we have at the center of it is, yeah, the dark one. Guess who? Yeah, the devilish one, the lie, the drama. Okay, the liar and thief, and what they're trying to get away with, that we are having to look at, the thefts by the dark, and looking at this for the long term. So when it comes to the thefts and the dark side, it's about who he's in bed with, the lovers. The deals he's making with like Qatar and Saudis and, what's the other one? Another one that has been engaged in terrorism that he's giving all these breaks to. So it's about light being shed on his dark things and what's going to happen in the long term. The lovers, the light, it's about his abuse, the control. The dark control he's trying to implement, okay? And those that are helping him to get away with this stuff. So what are we going to do the light for the long term? So this is about being out in the cold, okay? Being out in the cold with the lovers. He thinks he's really getting somewhere, but he's not. The Four of Wands, so this is the White House, light being shed on this, the long term, and about his being out in the cold when it comes to actual knowledge, and about bringing this to a rest when it comes to his dark deeds and his attempts to control and dominate. So underneath of it all, it's about the desires and trying to balance this stuff, juggling things up in the air. The struggle that's going on with that when it comes to his steps and the things he's doing and what's being held to when it comes to trying to bring balance. And the ongoing struggle with it, resting, wanting to rest from this ongoing struggle that we're having with his dark deeds and his attempts to control. But in every reading, the wheel is turning. So it's like I said, he just keeps putting himself in a worse position. The swords are out. The truth is going to come down on him hard. Okay? When the things we still see that are up in the air that he's tried to overturn, there will be messages about actions when it comes to he who wants to be king, and a victory. A victory when it comes to what? The Pope. Now, sometimes this is my card for the dark government, but the dark government is not going to have a victory. What's going to have a victory is the spirituality, okay? The spiritual methods. And he will face loss when it comes to his delusions. And there will be justice that will strengthen what we are building, okay? So it is going to get turned around. People just keep seeing this ambivalence and just, not enough is happening. And all things in their time in the universe, okay? But things are going to change. It is going to turn around. You need to continue to hold on to your spirituality and know that the dark is not going to win over the light, okay? It's not going to win over the light. Yes, we're going through a difficult time now, and people are just feeling like, I don't know, defeatism or something, but you can't have that defeatism. We know that every day the things he's doing are getting him, he's like the frog in the pan being boiled. You turn that up slowly and he doesn't know he's being cooked. This frog does not know he's being cooked with all the stuff that he's doing, okay? So his time is going to end. He's not going to be there forever. So on that note, I will leave that here. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you online.